Oops, my bad. Check this shit out. I got in a little early. I was, normally on a trade like this, the price came right into the zone that I was waiting for it to come in. It broke my trend line, bounced off that zone, came back up. Then it came right back down. It didn't fully go into into my zone that I was hoping, because when it goes back into that zone, that's like extra confirmation that the trade, that you can start looking on the lower time frames for entries. Anyways, it did reject off this area right here, which I saw over here after it came out. It did the same exact rejection in the same exact area, if you see right there. So, started rising up, and I set my little trend line right here. I got in pretty early. Normally, I'll usually wait for price to at least break this trend line right here, and then come back down to retest it, and then go on to the lower time frame and look for my entry on the lower time frame. But I kind of had a good feeling about it, so I jumped in early, and so far this is on the 1 hour time frame, this one, but everything is playing out the way it's supposed to. Not too far from my take profit, maybe about 15 pips or so. But yeah, this is good. This is good. Great way to start the morning. I fucking love it. So I'm guessing when it comes up here to my first take profit target right here, which is, you can see where the last resistance zone was. So I'm just gonna watch it for right now and see what it does. But look at the volume. I mean, the volume is pretty decent right now. I mean, that's a strong indication that this thing might just run right past this fucking zone right here. I'm gonna switch it to the 4 hour time frame. So this is the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So here we are. See, I was preparing for it earlier when it was up here in this area. I was preparing for it if it happened to break through this demand zone right here. If it would have broke through it, I would have waited for it to come back to retest that zone, and then jump down to the lower time frame to look for a possible entry going short. But as you can see right here, last time that it was in this area was on November 16th, when it was in this last time it was in that zone. And you could see that it bought up pretty good right there. So I marked my zone, waited for it to come back, and it is 9:52 in the morning, and as you can see, I'll zoom in, but it's moving pretty quick. We might hit the take profit, and it's crossing. Price just broke through the SMA, so this looks pretty good. I love when trades work out like this. It's a good feeling, you know. It's a really good feeling. All this hard work is paying off, because the last 2 years, man, I've been just studying hard. Like, I cannot even tell you guys how many hours I've sat on this computer watching these charts, you know, studying the movement of the market, studying not just the movement, but the candlestick patterns, you know, from what I looked up and seen on people's YouTube videos, and, you know, chart patterns, candlestick patterns, and sure enough, when you watch the market every day and you put the time in, you will start seeing these patterns no matter what. Like, you cannot unsee these patterns. You cannot unsee it, and it's like clockwork. I mean, and most of them are pretty accurate, but there are a lot of fake outs. So I've learned, you know, I was doing the breakout strategy for a little bit, but the first couple times it failed. You know, it would break through with a nice big candle like that. Maybe not as high up, but the candle would be a little further down, and then it would break through. But, you know, then they set you up. And the people that, you know, for some reason they know they're going to go short right there, they set you up in a bull trap, and it's crazy. It'll drag the price right down, like the complete opposite way. And then you're like, mother, you know, you just don't, you know, you don't understand why time and time again that every time I did a breakout, it looked like everything was, you know, everything was lined up, you know, technical analysis wise, everything was lined up and perfect. And then all of a sudden, bam, one big red candle shooting right back down the other way. It'll come all the way down, and then, you know, it'll hit your stop loss for the people, you know, doing the breakouts, and then, bam, drag the price all the way down just for it to come all the way back up. You know, and I bet you the bears were laughing their motherfucking asses off. You assholes. But it's okay, because I'm on both sides myself. But them traps ain't funny, man. They cost us a lot of money sometimes. You know, shit. But look at that, man. We almost there. And this is the New Zealand Canadian currency. Come on. Yes, sir. And if it does break through, I'm gonna wait to see what happens, because you never want to be too greedy, because you know what happens if you're too greedy. You end up losing your money right back. And then most of y'all probably spend your day revenge trading, and then end up losing even more money than you had originally lost. Like 3 times more than what you had won initially. And then you fucking lose 4 times that, because you're so mad that that happened. I've done it time and time again, but it's part of the learning process. And you know what? I hate that it happened, but I'm glad that it happened, because discipline is key when it comes to this trading game. You need to stick to your rules. Do not break your rules, no matter what. If your rules, if you got 5 rules and only 4 of them check out, you don't jump in that trade. Stay away from it. Because your rules give you that edge, and you go ahead and back test it, and after you've done it for so long, back testing it, you start seeing, oh, maybe this is accurate. You check off your list, and then you see all your confluences, and but it's different when you're actually live trading, back testing. I know it's there just for practice, but what I like to do is I like to go on replay mode, and then I'll go back, and then I'll erase whatever time period of the chart without making sure that I don't see too much. I just erase it quick, and then that's how I'll back test. Set my zones up, and then mark my zones to where I think it's gonna go, and then I'll hit play, and it actually works out pretty good. You can do it on TradingView if you have TradingView. For some reason, I can't find it on the regular Oanda broker. I don't know if they don't have it or why they wouldn't have it, but it is a useful tool to have. But either way, you can do it on TradingView. It's a good way to practice, kind of like a demo account, but you're not using fake money or any money. You're just back testing. Just erase it, mark your zones, you pick whatever, and then you can put your long or short indicator on here, where you think the price is going to hit or where you're going to wait for it to hit, and then just hit play and see how the chart works out. If it works out the way you thought it was going to work out, or close to where, as long as it passes your entry point and hits your target, then that's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah, this is the 4-hour time frame, so I'm gonna move down. Let me see what the 1-hour one looks like. So this is the 1-hour time frame, and let me zoom out a little. Move this. Yeah, let me see. We are on the second candle. Probably gonna fill up that whole wick right there. Probably fill up this whole wick right here. If it pushes straight through, then that would be fucking awesome. You know, and then like I said, if it gets up here into this zone, I'm not gonna get greedy. I'm just gonna let it, hit my take profit. Because I know most people would be like, oh, well, man, if it's gonna keep going, why don't you just move your take profit up to the next zone, like this one right here, right? But I would do that, but I feel like if it gets up here to this zone, I can capitalize on it and then re-enter it with a little higher of a position, and then just ride it up to that zone, and then it'd still be, I might still make the same amount of money, or maybe just a little, a couple dollars more, whatever. But or it could hit this zone up here, because as you can see, in the overall trend, we're short. We're going short, but it did break. It hit that zone and broke the trend line. So now it's, then it came back to retest. So it looks like we're bullish for right now. But if you look at the bigger picture, this is on the 1-hour time frame. So if you look at the 4-hour time frame, look, see, it was bullish right here, came up, then consolidated a little bit, then it broke through that low right here, then it was bearish right here, boom, came back into my zone that I was waiting for it to come in, and now we're bullish again because it broke the trend line. But you see, I can draw this trend line right here all the way up like that, see? But the more touches, the better, obviously. You usually want about 3 touches for it, but clearly you can see it's bullish. And then, yeah. But we'll see what happens.